Hello, what's going on everybody? My name is Peter, and today I wanna talk a little bit about Forester from Victorinox, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's the best option when we talk about Swiss Army knives. I think I will be comparing this one to Ranger Grip 79, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. I have some issues with this knife, but yeah, maybe now let's just quickly go over the basics. The weight of a knife is 126 gram. Of course, it's 111 millimeters long, and yeah, the scales are made of polyamide, which I must say I think I do not like, but yeah, let's leave it for now, and maybe let's go over the tool set. We have a cup lifter, of course, with a half stop. Of course, a cup lifter is not only a cup lifter, we have a wire stripper and a big flathead, and this big flathead, and we have a liner lock here, which is something, it is not very common. I think I like this because yeah, big flathead is actually not only a flathead. I mean, it can be used in many different ways. I mean, you can push it between some two elements, and then you know what I mean. So I think it's a good thing to have a liner lock here. I mean, it's pretty convenient. It's pretty easy to close this. It's not too strong. It's not too strong. So yeah, that's a cool thing. By the way, it wobbles a little bit. I don't know why, but yeah, it's minimal. I mean, it's not some kind of big deal. And we have a can opener, which of course is my least favorite tool. I mean, yeah, I know many people use it not only for opening cans, but for many different things. I just always say that I think there are many better alternatives, better tools in general to have instead of that. At least we have this little flathead here. Yeah, and our next tool is the blade, but I will leave it for the end because yeah, I have some issues about the blade. But yeah, the saw is like, it's sharp. It's sharp, it's pretty long, it just cuts very nicely. I'm not gonna surprise you here, but of course it's not as it's not a crazy saw like we have in Ranger Grip. It's just shorter. This saw in Ranger Grip is like a chainsaw. I mean, it just cuts like crazy. This one is a bit shorter, but it's sharp as well. So yeah, nothing to complain about it. Yeah, it doesn't have a lockup. Yeah, what do we have here? Of course, a corkscrew, which I think corkscrew beats Phillips screwdriver. I always say that because yeah, you can basically use it, like you can store additional tools here or untie knots with that. And the awl. The awl, which I'm not a big fan of because I don't know, why is this made so that, oh my god, that you have to break your nail every time. I don't really like it. I almost never use this. Yeah, and of course a toothpick, yeah, which I do not recommend using, and a tweezers, which you probably know that already. I love to have tweezers, one of my favorite tools, and it's almost essential. Great thing. So what about this blade? Objectively, it's of course great and versatile blade. Yeah, we have a half stop here, which is a good thing. I'm a big fan of half stops. It snaps nicely. It comes pretty sharp out of the box. So yeah, it's not some kind of yeah, crappy blade, of course, but and we have this minimal blade play here, up to down. But yeah, not gonna complain too much about it because yeah, I have this little blade play in my Czech Mikov Praktik, yeah, here as well. And I also read that it's a pretty common thing about this exact type of knife, like 111 millimeters. With this liner lock, yeah, with this exact liner lock, it's a common thing. Not a big deal. Like, I mean, it is not my issue here. My issue is different. My issue is this liner, which is it's just hurts. You may laugh, but to me it's not convenient. It is not convenient. It is just, I don't think it should be this strong. It's crazy strong, and it hurts a little bit in a finger. And yeah, maybe I'm a bit snobby, but the point is I do have a reference, a perfect reference, which is this Mikov Praktik, and here we just don't have this problem. Even though it's a cheaper knife, it's like this liner is way more convenient. I just have to use a minimal amount of power, amount of strength to push it to the right, and it's just easier to operate, more convenient, more pleasant. By the way, make sure to follow the channel because I will record a review of this Czech alternative to Victorinox. Spoiler alert, it is awesome. So yeah, this is my main issue with this knife, and yeah, because the ease of use is just essential to me. Like speaking of ease of use, comparing this one to Ranger grip, it's no match. Like Ranger grip is on another level. Like you may say it's heavier, it's bigger. Yes, it is, but you can just open it easily with just one hand. You can close it easily with one hand because this shield is a button. You can just push it and close the blade easily with just one hand. And the handle, yeah, because speaking of handle is also very important. And this handle is like, yeah, comparing this to Ranger grip is, it's just flat. It feels like, I'm not gonna say that it feels cheap because this word would be too strong, but I don't know, it just feels a bit more. Here we have a better profile, it swells a little bit, we have rubber elements, it's bigger, yeah, we have this jimping here. I mean, this knife is just way more convenient to use, it has better handle. And you know what, I don't think I will record a full comparison between these two because to me it's not a matchup. It's like Ranger grip, to me it just dominates Forester completely, and yeah, it's a bit more expensive, but if you would ask me, should you pay more to get Ranger grip instead of Forester? Yes, I'm not gonna tell you maybe, I'm not gonna tell you it depends. I'm gonna tell you yes, you should, because I think it's just overall way better. Even if we skip the ergonomics and the ease of use, we still have another advantages, like for example this saw, which is this saw here is just crazy, and the look of the knife. I mean, Ranger grip looks very aggressive and beautiful. By the way, I recorded a full review of Ranger grip. You can find it on my channel, and you will know why do I praise this knife so much. Like it's one of my favorites of all time. But yeah, please don't get me wrong, because I'm still not gonna tell you that this is some kind of trash, of course. I mean, all these issues I just told you about, they still cannot make this knife crappy. It's still Swiss made product that offers great quality, it's useful, and it's still worth buying because of course it's not trash. But I just think there are a couple of better options out there. So yeah, I think that would be all for today. This is my opinion about Forester. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what do you think about this model. And yeah, thank you and see you in another video.